Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this collective message. I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium and a priestess. If you're new here, it's nice to meet you. Those of you guys returning, welcome back. Thank you for being here. You guys, I do not like these kinds of messages. I do not like channeling, but this kind of stuff, but it's coming through super strongly, so I have to. Okay, so you guys saw the title. It should reflect some of this energy, but for the divine feminines, there is a lot of karmic energy projecting at you right now. More specifically, what I'm getting is karmics who are connected to a divine masculine counterpart. For many of you guys, this is a karmic, partner, like someone that they've been involved with on some level. Okay, they know about you, they watch you. It's like they are obsessed with the divine feminine. They are obsessed with the divine feminine. There is obsession here. So the message for the divine feminine is pay no mind, but definitely shield yourself and protect your energy. It's like I see this karmic. It's a lot of like just negative gossip, very low vibrational gossip. They can't keep your name out of their mouth. They're talking to other people about you. Like it's like this. It's like this karmic is talking to their friends or people they know about this divine feminine, and they're going, go watch her or go look her up, or this is who she is, because a lot of it's like, I have to be careful with what I say, but like, it's gang. Not just spying, but like, it's like they're rounding up other energies to go and project, hate towards the feminine. Because like what I'm tuning into is like this karmic, like can't stand the feminine. This karmic is highly triggered by this feminine. Pain. This karmic is in pain. This karmic, whoever they are, they're in pain. Misery loves company. And people that have wounds and trauma and all these things like we all do, the difference is that they sit in it. They react and they project from a place of this. The feminine doesn't do that. The feminine is coming from a place of like love and authenticity, and right? And the feminine is more of a healed, high vibrational energy, and that frequency triggers the hell out of this wound, out of this pain. Okay, for some it's a karmic that is in pain because this, whatever is happening between them and divine masculine, things are falling apart. For some, I'm getting like this karmic blames you. They blame the feminine. They're in pain and they need somewhere to project that pain. They need somewhere to blame. They need someone to project on, and it's the feminine. That's who they're projecting on. Putting up a wall, excruciating pain. Excruciating pain. So probably what I'm seeing is, for many of the feminines tuning in, this is about a karmic soulmate, someone that has been connected to a masculine counterpart that you're, connected to on a higher level. and this karmic found out who you were, or you know mutual people, or whatever it is. They went Sherlock Holmes and did like an investigative, you know, report on the feminine, and they, you know, dug deep or something to figure out who the feminine was. That's the vibe here. That's the energy. So yeah, so what's happening is, the reason why it's like super like bad right now is because things are falling apart in their life, and because they're in this distorted, wounded ego and pain energy, they're projecting it and attacking. And so they're projecting it out to the feminine right now, to the divine feminine. Like, even if they just think about the feminine, if they know your name, if they have seen a picture of you, or they can go online on your social media, and maybe your page is private, but maybe they make a fake account, or they watch from someone else's profile, but even just seeing your picture in the little thumbnail, you know what I mean? It's, when I think of this person, I hate them. I blame them. I hate them. I'm jealous of them. Like, there's all these low vibrational energies attached to that, okay? So a karmic, probably for many, it's probably a karmic woman, but it doesn't have to be. But a karmic is in a lot of pain. And it has to do with these heartstrings, with where their heart has been connected and attached, which the reason why this is coming through is because it's, for many of them, they've been attached to a divine masculine, and this masculine is connected to a divine feminine. Yeah, justice is coming down really hard on third-party influences. There it is. Other people involved, third parties, intervention, manipulation. This karmic is highly manipulative. This karmic gaslights. They're a manipulator, you know what I mean? But they also have been gaslit. They also have been manipulated. And that's why there's so much pain here as well. There's something about the karmic's wounds of abandonment and other things that are super triggered right now, because what's happening is the masculine, a lot of the masculines are going, this is over, I'm done, we need to have a serious talk about us, and, you know, like, I'm basically like, this is it for me, I'm checked out. There's conversations like that are taking place, and it's triggering a lot of the karmic energy right now. Also with the solar flares are coming in, and it's triggering a lot of these old wounds within a lot of people, right? People just don't realize that's what's happening. It's just showing up as irritable or angry, or, you know, there's this feeling of like bubbling up. Like, people just can't, like, the stuff that they've been suppressing, or the stuff they've been pushing down, or the stuff that they haven't spoken, or their truths, it's bubbling up right now. And so it's being blurted out, it's being projected out, it's coming out. So anyways, yeah, because it's time. And then look at that right now. Time will bring, it's like needing time. They've run out of time. So the karmic cycle is over. Justice is here. And that's why this karmic, so there's also something about this karmic, like, really, here's the deal, is because this karmic, whoever it is, like, they're very intuitive. They can pick up on things. They know something's been off with this masculine. And they know it's not just, you know, a lot of what they're projecting at the feminine right now is, and have been, it's not even about the feminine. It literally is anger and wounds around, you know, the masculine, you know? So, and there's a lot of jealousy with this karmic, and insecurity in regards to the divine feminine, because this masculine, because the feminine and the masculine have a completely different connection and dynamic. It's something entirely different. It's a divine connection. So in reality, the connection that the feminine and masculine share on a soul level, it is the connection that this karmic wishes they had with this masculine. They would, right? But it's just, that's just not the case. That's just not the case. So it makes them mad. It's like an enraging, like, it's almost like what I'm getting is like, why her? Why her? Like, why not me? Why not me? There's a victim, like, choose me, pick me, kind of a thing going on here. And what's triggering them even more is the fact that they know and feel, more than anything, this divine masculine holds this divine feminine in a very high regard. They respect her, they admire her, they honor her, and they're inspired by, there's all these things that this masculine feels about this divine feminine. And it, again, it's an anger, a fury. It enrages this karmic because all of that wounding and pain in the karmic that is unresolved and unhealed trauma, it's saying, rescue me, pick me, save me, you know, and the masculine is going, no, like, you know. And the fact that the feminine doesn't need saving, that the feminine is not in that energy whatsoever, it's, do you see what I'm saying? It's triggering this karmic even more, because it's like everything that the feminine is embodying and the way that the masculine sees the feminine, feels towards the feminine, and is pulled towards the feminine, all of that is what this karmic has been trying to force or trying to get this masculine to feel towards them, and it's just not happening because it's not meant to, and it never will, because that's just not the roles that these soul contracts are. And so the ego is, it's a control. It's, I don't understand it. So it's this freak out energy too. So if you're a feminine, divine feminine tuning in, and you are connected to a divine masculine, either a twin flame or a very beautiful past life soul connection, and you know that, and maybe this is you, because I do have a lot of masculines tuning in, so maybe I'm speaking to this masculine. Maybe you're the masculine, or maybe there's karmic energies here. I don't know. But maybe you're the divine masculine who's with the karmic or in a third party. And you know. So, and the masculine, and that's another thing that really pisses this karmic off, is the fact that this masculine, they are highly protective of the divine feminine. They protect the feminine at all costs. Again, because that is the archetype role that these two souls play together. He's the protector and her warrior, and he's meant to be by her side. There is a soul devotion to the divine feminine on a very high level. And the karmic energy has been an interference. The karmic energy has been a manipulator, you know, for a lot of them. Not all of them. Some of the, but listen, the karmics who are not like this that I'm talking about, that are maybe just like hurt and like broken, and they feel like, what's going on in my relationship? I feel my person is distancing themselves and they're pulling away from me, and you know, the love is fizzled out, and it feels like we're just roommates living together rather than lovers. And you know, those people I'm not talking about. Those aren't the ones who are, you know, stalking the feminine and looking up the feminine and, you know, and sending like dark energy and evil eye. And some of these karmics, you guys, they've taken it to another level where they've gone to a practitioner or another, like a reader, and they're trying to get info on the feminine. They're trying to dig deep on the divine feminine. Or they've gone and they've had, like, you know, they're trying to have like practitioners do spell work or this or that, you know. It's a waste of their time and their energy and their money, because these connections and these souls who I'm tuning into are so much stronger than that. I'm hearing loose lips. Get your mind out of the gutter. But I'm hearing loose lips. Like, again, it's something about like talking, gossip. For some of these karmic energies, they may actually attempt to reach out to this feminine, but the feminine won't. It's a disconnect. It's the same thing as this karmic trying to hold on to this masculine. It's a disconnect. Energetically, there's a disconnect. The feminine, a true feminine who I'm tuning in for, the feminine won't even entertain that. They won't even entertain it. You know? There's something about like partying. I think what I'm getting with this is that it just has to do with like stuff that this masculine has ascended beyond, like the stuff that like they had in common before. Like maybe they partied a lot together before. Maybe they used to have a good time and that's what they, you know, built their relationship on, is drinking or partying or, you know, like this, that, and the other. And it's just, it's not something built on a solid foundation. It's something that was built on, you know, red flags and a faulty ground. And both masculine and this karmic know that. And that's what is being shown in the 3D right now. There could be a lot of drinking. This could be someone who, you know, wants to attack, or they drink and they want to pick up the phone and try to call the feminine, or they send some kind of an email or a drunk message to the feminine, you know. So this is just like an FYI. This is a warning, not a warning. I don't want to say warning. This is just an FYI for the divine feminine. Feminines, shield yourself, protect your energy. For those of you guys who this is for, this is not something that I'm telling you and you're like, oh my gosh, what, really? This is something I'm validating for you. This is something you're already feeling. You already know. You're already seeing psychically or telepathically, or, you know, you're getting other readings about it or signs about it. Spirit is letting you know. And so is the divine masculine. The masculine is coming through with signs too, and they're letting you know, like, this is what's going on my end. This is what I'm dealing with. I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to keep your name out of it. There is a lot of your name being brought up, okay? So again, they loose lips. They can't keep your name out of their mouth. This karmic is obsessed with the feminine, but they also like, it's like, I can't stand the feminine, but I can't stop watching the feminine, because the feminine is the emanation and embodiment of divine feminine essence. The divine feminine is the mirror to the karmic, whoever this karmic is. The divine feminine is a reflection and a mirror to the karmic, saying, this is what you could be. If you heal, if you self-love, if you stop trying to be codependent on other people, if you find love about like within yourself and stop trying to find it in everyone else to fill the darkness and voids within you and the brokenness within you, right? That's how us divine feminines became the divine feminine. We did all that work. So it's just, again, we are literally the divine feminines just existing and breathing and doing what they do. It's triggering to many people, but to especially this karmic. That's why I had to channel this out. This karmic, yeah, it's about these people are masked. They live in illusion. They wear masks. They're all about image and looking good and what are people going to think, and, you know, like just that kind of stuff, okay? Where the feminine doesn't wear a mask at all, the feminine. And again, it's driving this karmic crazy because this masculine just holds the feminine in like this highest regard and on this beautiful pedestal. And it's just triggering these wounds in that karmic to the core. To the core. Because they finally have lost their grip. They've lost the control. The manipulation tactics don't work. The gaslighting doesn't work. This divine masculine is magnetizing and pulling towards their feminine, because the feminine is vibrating in the frequency that this masculine is feeling that they're ready for or called to, or, you know, and so it really feels like whoever this karmic is, that they really have been doing everything in their power to try to get this to stop this from happening. It's like they had a vision at some point that showed them, at some point you and this person are going to end, and this person will choose that other person or this woman or whatever. And they thought, not on my watch. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure this doesn't happen. I'm gonna keep this person in my life. I'm gonna, you know, it's like that. Anytime the masculine has tried to pull away or started to pull away, they reel them back in somehow, usually through, again, manipulation, emotional manipulation. If there's children involved, they use the children as game pieces. You know what I mean? Manipulation, guilt, you know, that kind of a thing. So masculine's not having it anymore. They're getting off this risky roller coaster ride, okay, that is just like waves crashing in and out, up and down all day long. Masculine says, I'm single. I'd rather be alone than deal with this toxicity, okay? This right here is exactly what is over. This right here is exactly why the karmic is super triggered and why they're sending so much dark, hateful energy towards the divine feminine right now. So look at that, because they know that this karmic knows that this masculine and the divine feminine are soulmates or twin flames. And they also know that this divine feminine soulmate or this divine feminine twin flame to the masculine, they also know that this feminine is a divine reflection and mirror to their shadow and darkness. That's why it's so triggering. Same reason why it's triggering to the masculines too. So the divine feminine has been a divine reflection to both the masculine and the third party karmic. Okay, the karmics are learning from the feminine. For who this is for, they're watching the feminine. They're getting their friends to watch the feminine, to spy on the feminine, what's going on with them, what are they posting, what are they saying, you know, all these things. And the feminines are empress. The high priestess knows everything already. It's not, you know, dark night of the soul. It's the dark shadow, facing inner truths and seeing true colors. Right now, the masculine has seen the true colors of the divine feminine, and they've also seen the true colors of this karmic, okay? So that's not going to be for everyone, okay? Obviously, not everyone's person. But, you know, also the karmic, excuse me, guys. I'm like clearing so much from my heart chakra and my throat right now, but also because I've been doing a lot of lymphatic drainage. There's a lot of, you know, stuff flowing. So it's a good thing. It feels incredible. But anyways, for some of you guys, the karmic third party, it may not be a partnership. It may not be a wife or a husband or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or, you know, a partner or a spouse. It might be a parent, a mother. And I do get a lot of like hateful feminine, dark feminine energy. It's very distorted, very dominant in their masculine. But this might be someone who is connected to this masculine. It might be their mom. It might be a sibling or a friend. You know, it could be someone around them that has a thing for them and is trying to, you know, basically be like, no, don't go towards the divine feminine. Like, you don't want to do that. It feels like there could be people or someone around them who's trying to fill their head with BS about the feminine, trying to manipulate the situation, trying to coerce the scenario or the situation or the direction the masculine feels called to go. Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is confirmation. This is exactly what I'm talking about. There's the karmic energy. Queen of Wands, it's someone who's karmic. They're all about the image, how they look, what people are going to think. You know, they're in distorted ego. They're not in like a healthy, like Queen of Wands energy. They're in a very negative, low vibe Queen of Wands energy. Like, she can be a shady biatch. Okay? We'll just say that. And then the Queen of Pentacles, you know, it could be a fire sign or earth sign that this masculine is dealing with, or whoever this karmic is. But again, it could be their mother. It could be a mom or a motherly figure or someone they're close to who is a mom, like maybe a friend. But they're karmic. I'm literally hearing the words evil. Like, I'm not saying they're all evil. I'm saying like maybe some of the stuff they, you know, maybe some of them have been taken over by something evil. Like, I don't know. They're low vibrational. It's quite the possibility. But what I'm getting is long term. So this is a wife or someone they've been living with or someone long term. She has that Ace of Pentacles. Okay, but she's karmic. And the reason why she's projecting so much at this beautiful, you know, elevated feminine is because their life is in the Ten of Wands. It's all burdens and heaviness, and something is over. The cycle is over. It's done. Like everything is like imploded on them. Like that's what happens when you do shady stuff, or you don't align, or, you know, you're operating from a place of like distorted ego. Like everything will eventually come back to you. It's karma. There it is. There's the karma. So the karma that was avoided before is now they're being hit with that karma. You can't avoid it this time. And this time the masculine's leaving. So it feels like this karmic, whoever they are, if it's a third party partner, they have no choice now but to pick up their bootstraps and heal and learn and ascend, which is exactly what the universe wanted anyways. That's for the highest and greatest good. That's alignment. So it says working too hard or too many hours, the need for balance in your life, let others help you, health problems due to stress. It's the Ten of Wands, it's burdens. Okay, third party. See, it has something to do with the number 3, but it's about like, and also like the divine feminine for some of you guys, it's because this person, this karmic, knows that maybe you and the masculine, and you were together before. You dated for a few months, you were together for a few months, or, you know, you hung out for several months, or, you know, whatever it was, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's not something, for most of you, it's not something, if it's a twin flame, it was only a few months, but it's not something you were in some like deep relationship with, because, you know, that's what I'm getting here. But it's like the time you spent with this masculine, it weighs heavy on this karmic. Like, I'm telling you, the feminine lives rent-free in this karmic's mind, because they know that the true 10 of Cups, it's like they just see it, they know it. And so it's very triggering for them. But they know the truth. It's like this is the feminine and the masculine. It's like the timeline that they have dreaded and like feared that it would happen someday or manifest, it actually is happening. And so they have just lost their shit. They have lost their shit. They have lost their shit. 5 of Wands. It's a lot of conflict and arguing, and, you know, there's a lot, again, like I said, for the feminine, there's a lot of like, you know, the masculine protecting the feminine. If this karmic brings you up, which a lot of them do, it's, you know, and that's why it's so good to shield ourselves and protect ourselves, etc., and evil eye and all that, you know. I mean, just shield yourself with light. Like, we are powerful beings, right? But cast that, right? It just bounces right off and goes right back, you know. But there's going to be a lot of that right now, okay? And it may also, this kind of energy, it may also bubble over with other people around you, maybe coworkers or friends or people in your family where they're karmic, and they might be projecting on you really heavily, okay? Like, no doubt, whoever this karmic energy is, this karmic is tried mimicking the feminine, being like the feminine, becoming the feminine. It doesn't work because it's inauthentic. It's not real. It's a mask. It's an illusion. And the masculine can smell it a mile away. It's like, why all of a sudden are you dressing different? And they know, oh, they're trying to be like the divine feminine. The masculine knows that's what these karmics are doing. So it's just, there's a lot going on. But for the feminines out there, just protect your energy. You're not crazy. This is real. And yeah, for a lot of you guys, this is a karmic soulmate person, partner, whoever, who just honestly is triggered by you and can't stand you, but they also are inspired by you and they want to be like you. And you embody everything that they lack, or that they are not, or that they want to be, or that they want to rise into. Okay? So true divine feminine energy is not vengeful or reactive or, oh, this or that, or, you know what I mean? Like, feminine energy who's listening to this message right now will go, yeah, I know who she's talking about. Yeah, I felt that. And you know what? I'm going to shield myself. Thank you for this message to confirm it. And, you know, and that's it. That's it. It's rolls off like water on duck feathers, just rolls right off for the feminine, you know, but at least the feminine knows, and it's a validation confirmation for the feminine. So that is what I've got, you guys. So anyways, and then uploading right now as well, as I have Leo, and then more of the first half of June zodiacs coming. If you guys want to book with me, you want to work with me one-on-one, all of my different reading options and spiritual services and healing services, etc., are in the description box. Also, you guys, we still have spots available for this Saturday for the 6/6 portal activation and quantum healing workshop. This one, we are astral traveling to the underwater temples of Atlantis, to the mermaid temples, where we will receive beautiful quantum activations, healing with the water, the Atlantean waters, with the mermaids, and other like water beings, dragons, etc. Activating 12-strand DNA, activating light language, your soul language, activating your hand chakras for healing. And this one is going to be a big one around healing around the nervous system and the vagus nerve. Because right now that's like off the charts. So like a big message with this particular workshop is the mermaids are like, this is what we are going to help with. So it's tranquility, serenity, cleansing, purifying with the water and the codes and the healing of the Atlantean water and the Atlantean mermaids and all these things. Okay, so it's to help you. It's like you come out of this feeling just lighter and better and sleeping better, and it's like almost like a reset for the nervous system in a big way. Okay, so everything's in the description box below. Tickets are $44. It is over Zoom. It is recorded. So if you can't make the live this Saturday on the 7th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, whenever you tune in to the recording, you're there with us in real time, because it's on in the quantum field, right, where time doesn't exist. So anyways, we would love to have you guys. So you just all of the info, how to sign up, email me, everything, it's in the description box. And yeah, so have a beautiful day, you guys. I know this will help who it needs to help. I don't love these messages. In fact, just hold on one second. I just want to ask really quickly. Can we just get 3 cards in regards to this just real fast? Look at immediately. First card, not enough. It's a woman. I'm telling you, it's a karmic. Someone who's frustrated in their relationship, someone who has a lack of confidence, someone who self-sabotages, someone who has fear and ego issues and jealousy issues. Yeah, it's a karmic partner who's feeling like they aren't enough because this masculine is running. This masculine is running and they're running away from this connection. Also, it's because this masculine isn't happy and they feel like, they're frustrated in their relationship with the karmic. And do you know what I mean? And then, so the masculine is running away from the karmic. The masculine is running back and magnetizing towards the divine feminine, all while the karmic, is now being left behind by this masculine because their contract is up. The relationship is beyond dead and over. And this karmic is now, in pain and angry and has been feeling this way towards the feminine. And now there's something for a lot of you guys where it's just in full force because some shit went down. Endings that bring new beginnings. It's this karmic energy, I'm telling you, and we tap our heart and we send them love. That's true feminine energy. It's compassionate and unconditional. It's not tit for tat and I'm keeping score and ew, I hate you because you're with my ex. Like, that's so childish and immature and low vibe. Endings that bring new beginnings. This karmic knew the ending between them and this masculine would probably result in this masculine running back towards the feminine because they've elevated and this karmic knows it and they're ready to be with the feminine. An ending that brings a new beginning. But this karmic is dreading that new beginning because they never wanted it to happen. Growth, change, liberation. I'm running away. I'm ending things. I'm liberating myself. Looking at your photos. Here we go here's like the karmic watching the feminine. They look at the feminine's photos and pictures and they study her. But also this is all triggered. A lot of it is triggered and happening because this karmic energy knows that this masculine is in this mode like where they miss the feminine. They long for the feminine, they yearn for the feminine, they hold the feminine on the pedestal. There's nostalgia. It's like, you know, they keep photos. This karmic maybe has found keepsakes or pictures or photos on the pictures on the phone, or, you know, maybe it's like conversations where it's like, throw that stuff away. Why would you keep that? It's your ex, or it's someone from your past. You know, they take it personally. They get offended. Something that gnaws at them. It's like that. Okay. Also the palm tree. Okay. It's because the universe is creating stability. So, you know, even though things are ending over there and around us all, it's because it's creating more stability. So all in all, at the end of the day, it's just helping everyone. You know, if masculine and karmic are going through an ending, it's for the highest and greatest good. Do you know what I mean? But it's also a trigger and a lot of stuff being projected towards the feminine, because the feminine is stability and strength. The feminine is permanence. Like, if the masculine comes back into the feminine's life and there's alignment there, like it's divine timing and it's right and it's ready, it's permanent. It's gonna stay. Growth, endurance, and flexibility. So, anyways, that's what I've got. That is what I've got. So, but it's just, I wanted to ask, and I got my answer with the first card. Like, I'm unhappy in my relationship. You know, I have a lack of it's just lack. I told you, it's all lack. It's coming from a place of lack. This projection, this hate, this evil eye, it's coming from a place of lack within self from this karmic, you know, because why else, right? Of course. Okay. So this is what I've got. I send you guys love. Again, like I hate channeling these kinds of messages, but it needs to come out for the feminine. For a lot of the feminines, they are literally about to come into a physical union or have physical 3D breakthrough with this masculine. And for some of you guys, that's why I'm here channeling this, because I'm letting you know, like, hey, this is what's been going on, and the masculine is protecting you, but you also need to protect yourself and shield yourself. And also, you do what you want, but also if this is for you and the masculine comes in, don't bring up the karmic and all the things and, you know, don't go there. I mean, a true high vibrational empress wouldn't go there, but I'm just saying, for those of you guys that might have that thought, don't do it. Don't do it, okay? Stay in your heart and do not be in that place. Okay. So anyways, I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. Bye.